I have so many questions. What is this? What's going on here? Who are these people and where did they get the from? What's with the... Is this supposed to be cute? Am I missing something here? Like, what's in the fakery of love? And stand the camera so we can record to prove to the world that we are not raised by objectifying a black baby is going on here? I bet they'll tell you in real life that they don't see color. But you are doing this because you see color. This is giving me the creeps. It's giving me ants walking on my body. It's giving me human zoo vibes. That's how far it's taking me to. I want you guys to tell me down below if it's just me that is feeling this way. Like, it's giving me there's a black here, everybody you can come and touch. Like, no! It's weird. Like, stop. Like, stop before you mutated even. Stop! You could have stopped in between the mutation process. Stop! Like, if you have to prove this hard that you love him, you don't. If you have to prove this hard in front of a camera that you love him, you don't. Jesus. If you're acting this weird on the internet with your black or from another race, that's a red flag. We need to be checking you and what you are doing. If you are faking it on the internet, because it's obviously fake, we know when it's real. People see you, people see through you, even though it's on the internet, even though it's virtual. Like, we can see, we are reading the nuances. It's weird. Is it just me? This is a no. Why can't you just see him as a like you see every other? Why don't these people see black people like people? Why? Like, why? Why is it? So I want to point out something to you guys. I don't know if you noticed it, but I did. I want you to notice how detached these people are, even though they have their claws in him. God save that. I want you guys to notice how detached they are. With the fake smile and all, especially that one at the back, that one in the middle at the back. Check her out, fam. Facial expression, countenance, and then she look at the face, and then she looked away, and then she comes back with a fake smile. There's it. Fake! No one, absolutely no one kissed someone that they claim to love and have this expression after. No. All pretense. They are pretending. Camera roll action. That's what they are doing. Yeah, camera roll action. That's what they are doing. Probably took a lot of takes. Which one looks better? Yeah, we can post this one. That's what they did. This is F up.
You see this? This is why I don't fuck with white people. This is why I don't fuck.
Just look at them, acting like the three witches from Clash of the Titans. The caucasity at work. You should lose that hand.
Good morning. I said I was going to make this yesterday, and then I had to sit on it for a little bit. And I think I've finally come up with how to answer. So I read a saying once that said, if a child is born into a burning house, they think the whole world is on fire. It was that. I was born into a burning house. I was the only person of any color in my community, in my family, in my school, in my church, period. Everyone else was white. And so I didn't know racism existed. They didn't teach me, they didn't tell me. I had no idea I was gonna be treated differently because I wasn't white. And so my whole childhood, when people would be mean to me or like off, or like I could tell they didn't trust me, or like just, you know, kids can pick up on stuff like that. And so when I would pick up on it, I didn't know it was because I was Black and Indigenous. I thought it was because I was evil. I thought the whole world could tell that I was someday going to be evil, that there was something wrong with me. And that's sad. That's really sad, thinking about like little kid me, just like, I deserve this. That's hard. The second thing was that my parents didn't stop anybody else from being to me. They never said anything to stop them. They never taught me what to say in response. They never like comforted me when I would be upset. They didn't say, this is why that happened. It is not you. That never happened. So those were the first two things when I was young. As I got older in my teens and I started learning for myself what the fucking world was, I kind of figured out what it was. And past that point, they were just flat out like, because I was looking for it, because I knew what I was hearing. I was like, oh my God. My father especially really does not like Indigenous people. He claims to be friends with a lot of them because we live, in Wisconsin and we're in the middle of a whole bunch of different tribes. But the things he says are horrific. The last time I saw him, he informed me yet again that if I were to go up into the reservation, I would likely be killed or kidnapped, dragged out of my car, and etc. Like they open their mouths and the stuff that comes out is, they didn't stop anybody else from opening their mouths and saying anything. And they didn't teach me that I mattered. Shit. Hey, so I got this question a bunch, so I wanted to answer it really quick. My parents adopted me because I was available. That was it. My mom was infertile and she was desperate for a baby. Babies of color are cheaper than other babies. And I was available. That was it. They could purchase me because I was there. They were of the generation that didn't see color, which just meant they were a little quieter about their. They were convinced that if they treated a Black and Indigenous child as though she were a white child, she would just grow up to be a white child. Fortunately for them, that turned out to not be the case. And so their just got deeper and deeper as I got older. I left home at 18 and now I'm no contact with either of them. And I'm sure they are regretting not buying a white baby.
This is not the first time we're covering the horror that is white people adopting Black children. At this point, I'm covering the horrors that they call adoption in the attempt to create more awareness so people can know that these Black children, not all of them are living in heaven and in white savior environments, being saved and protected and loved and cherished and treated like a human being. Can we for a moment talk about how toxic it is that Black babies are cheap to adopt? Is it just me, or is that toxic and highly questionable? So we have this hierarchy going on in society where white people are at the top, blah, 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 Black people at the very bottom. And then that same toxicity and stupid hierarchy found its way to the adoption process and adoption agency, whatever it's called. And then Black people, Black children are still at the bottom and considered the cheapest. That alone says a lot about the whole adoption process, agency, whatever. Why should one child be more expensive than the other? Why should one child have more value as regards price than the other? So before the child is even successfully adopted, paper signed and everything, the child is already considered less than the rest. Throw the whole adoption system away. The adoption system on its own is racist. And that's where we even need to be starting from. What the freaking frying fish is going on there with the pricing? What is going on with the hierarchy? Why is there a hierarchy for kids that are about to be adopted? Why? And I think now it's starting to make sense. If people who are in charge of the adoption process have a hierarchy for the children that are about to be adopted, and they consider some better off and more superior than the other, placing more value on some than the other, why would they bother to vet, 100% vet these people that are coming to adopt Black children when they already consider these children less than, not worthy, not to be cared about? They are not of value. Of course they won't care. It's just clicking now from listening to this lady. We've covered how many videos here on the channel, and right now it's click. Of course, they would not care to vet. They would act like they are vetting, but are they really vetting? We are asking an agency who from the get-go are telling us that these children are not as worthy. We are asking these people that have told us that these children are not of value in comparison to other children. We are asking these people to care about the situations that these children are being adopted into, or most likely going to be adopted into. We're asking them to vet. They are not going to vet because they consider these children that are getting off their hands not of value. We are asking people that don't care to care. We are asking people that told us from the beginning, yes, one is costing this amount, the other one is costing amount. Yeah. Like I said, throw the whole adoption system away. I want to implore you guys, fam, please let us not deviate from the topic at hand here and start going on in the comment section talking about how, well, she's not black. Well, she's not black. Please, I want us to stay on code, and the topic about whether someone is mixed makes them fully black or not should not be what is important right now. What is important is we should stay on code and talk about how white people are adopting children that they don't like. How white people are adopting children with mixtures that they don't like. She said in the video that her dad does not like Native Americans, but then they adopted a child that has Native American blood. So her parents did not only adopt a child that they did not like her race or combination of race she has going on, or the fact that she's not white. They were also saying terrible things about her people to her. So not only did they treat her the way they did, belittled her, be racist towards her, let other people be racist towards her, they also painted to her a negative image about her people. And what this could possibly lead to is the most damaging, in my opinion, how they would have damaged her self-esteem. How sad it is that she grew up thinking there was something wrong with her, thinking she had a problem for everybody to be treating her the way they treated her. Very, very sad and unfortunate. And to think that as we speak right now, there are children presently in this kind of toxic homes, not receiving love like they deserve, not growing up like they deserve, getting things stripped away from them like their identities, their heritage. It's very, very sad, and I wish no child would have to live like this.